Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. The topic for discussion for this glorious day is on cosmic consciousness. It is already we are in between Navaratri. It is the third day, and we are going to have a brief discussion on cosmic consciousness. In Savitri, in many ways, we have discussed the cosmic consciousness. Here, we are going to have a nice paragraph messaged by Sri Aurobindo. It is a glorious topic. Sri Aurobindo quotes in the beginning, very interestingly, man is shut up at the present in his surface individual consciousness. So already we are on the surface only. Superficially, we are living in a consciousness that is only just seen, half visible, and we claim as if we have achieved a lot in our yogic method. Normally speaking, people are living, here in the course, shut up at present in his surface individual consciousness and knows the world only through his outward mind and the senses. Outward mind and the sense, whatever is available to the achievement of this outward mind and the sense, and by interpreting their contacts with the world. With these happenings, with these things, only man sees and, of course, senses to some extent. Almost still, till now, whatever has been discussed, he is living in the surface individual consciousnness, and second part knows the world only through the outward mind and the sense, only through outward mind and sense. So whatever, and by interpreting the contacts in the world, whatever he is seeing, whatever the contact is coming, and whatever he is sensing, whatever he is feeling, through these all only he is interpreting his the surface consciousness, and almost he is short to it. He is confined, and with this confining, with this surface consciousness, he is living and he is moving, he is analyzing and interpreting, nothing more. But totally different version for those who are in the yoga, who are pursuing this yogic method. By yoga, there can open in him a consciousness which becomes one with the one with that world. It is now they are living in the individual surface consciousness, and the feels, interprets, objects, beholds, whatever is seen, experienced by the sense, outward mind and the sense, and it interprets accordingly. The part is seen, we have taken it for the whole. And for the people who are pursuing, the sadhakas who are pursuing this integral yoga, and exclusively who are in this yoga, of course, they will see, they will be open to a higher consciousness which become, and they will become one with the world, and he becomes directly aware of the individual being. First, they will be one with, they will be able to know the world, they will be one with the world, and the second, aware of the universal being, and the next, universal states, universal forces, and the power, and individual mind, life, and the matter. So, with this universalization, with the universal aspects, see, he will get identified and lives in the in conscious relation with these things. Not only knows but lives in the conscious relation with things. I'll quote it again, very interesting. It has to be known. Initially, he is living in the surface consciousness. He is sensing all whatever his sense organ and mind actually permits, whatever it senses and the mind thinks, and likely with that limit he is interpreting all these things. But the thing is that by yoga, it is totally different. He will be open to open in him something will, in yoga there can open in him a consciousness which becomes one with the worlds. This consciousness, he will be open into a consciousness which will be directly aware of the universal being, you will be connected with the consciousness of the world, and the second with the universal states, universal force and power, universal mind and life and matter, and lives in the consciousness relation with things. So there will be a change in yoga. That is the difference, major difference in from individualization, from individual surface consciousness you will be elevated towards, you will be in contact with a higher consciousness, something like a universal consciousness, universal force and power, universal mind like body, and universal states, universal being. So this universalization will lack in him. He is then said to have cosmic consciousness. That is the major thing. That is the major difference between these yogic people and these non-yogic people. That is the great difference and the great thing we have seen so far. So later we are going forward. The whole principle of this yoga, this yoga means which the yoga we are practicing, pursuing the method we are pursuing, that we pursuing integral yogic method. The whole principle of the yoga is to give oneself entirely to the divine alone. To give yourself entirely to the divine alone and nobody and nothing. To the divine alone, you have to give yourself to nobody and nothing else. And to bring down into ourselves by union with the divine mother, all the transcendent light, power, and wideness. So this is the speciality. This is the characteristic specially we find in integral yoga. First, the whole principle is to give oneself entirely to the divine. Only divine and divine alone, nothing else. Only you have to give yourself and to the divine. And when you give yourself, what is the output? How can you feel and what you will get? Nobody. Only to the divine, nobody and other thing. And thus you will get, you will that to bring down. If you give yourself to the divine only, then you can find, bring down into ourselves union with the divine mother. When you give yourself to the divine, then you will find the union with the divine mother. All the transcendent light, power, and wideness, peace, purity, and truth consciousness and ananda of the supreme divine. Everything you have, only thing is that you have to give to the divine, nothing and nobody. And so then what you will be achieving, what you will see, that we can find we can see that this will bring down into ourselves the union with the divine mother, all the transcendent light, power, wideness, all the transcendent light, power, wideness, peace, purity, truth consciousness, ananda of the supreme divine. So once the thing is that you will get everything. Only thing that you have to give entirely to the divine. Once it is given, then once it is done, and you can find the entire thing you are getting. Only thing, only give yourself, and on the other, only thing you have to give yourself completely, and you will find entire thing. You are bringing down all the divine elements, peace, purity, your truth consciousness, ananda, and the transcendent light, power, whiteness, everything is descending into you. Then, so just imagine what we are giving and what we are getting. We want to purchase entire divine elements. We want to be bestowed with, we want to be graced with, but the thing is that condition is that we have to spend nothing, only you have to give yourself. That will bring everything, that will fetch you everything, you will get everything on the way. So that is a great thing in your surrender. Against your in the course, the divine gives itself to those who have themselves, who give themselves without reserve. Without reserve, how shall I give you? Okay, I am ready to give you. What I have to give you? Suppose some function is going there, I will go and go to the temple and offer some 500 rupees on the offering box, and I feel I have given a lot, I have done a lot. Entire year you are moving here and there. One function will be there, that Sammelan conference will be there. So I will go. The previous night I will try to help in the sit in the meeting and help in the marketing purpose and all. And that time I will feel that I am a great giver, great donor. So what doesn't it count? You have to give everything without reserve. That is what the condition. So this is not the very silly thing what you see in the course. You have to give everything entirely, keeping nothing, unreservedly, keeping nothing for you or anybody else purpose. That is the precondition you have to remember. The divine gives itself to those who give themselves without reserve and in all their parts to the divine. Without reserve and with all their parts to the divine. For them, the calm, the light, the power, the bliss, and the freedom of the wideness, of the height, of the knowledge, of the seeds of Ananda, they will get. So, what you have to do? You have to give yourself. How? To whom? To the divine, nothing or nobody. How you have to give? Completely, without reserve. If it is done on your side, from your side, if it is done, still then it is not easy without also the divine intention, divine will. You suppose you have given, this is done, and give all their parts to the divine, then what you are going to them? For them, those who have given entirely to the divine without reserve, for them the calm, the light, the power, the peace, the freedom, the wideness, the height of knowledge. So this is the scenario we see. Only condition is that you have to give yourself to the divine entirely, wholeheartedly, without reserve. Then everything will be done for you. Whatever is required for this sadhana and whatever is required to achieve the goal, everything will be done without even the slightest hesitation. It is done. Don't hesitate. Don't confuse. Everything will be done. But thing is that from your side, you don't have to spend your money, nothing. You have to give completely without reserve. Again, Sri Aurobindo comes forward. In this session, this is actually aim and objective part 2, yoga part 2 we are discussing, because previously we have discussed this is part 1 and this is the part 2. In this part 2, it is the aim of sadhana. Again, the aim of sadhana, that the consciousness should rise out of the body. Consciousness should rise out of the body and take its station above. Suppose you are sending your rocket to the space. So it has to go and settle in the space stations. Like this, your consciousness will rise out of the body and take its station above. Above means you don't know where. It knows the station. So for that it is designed. It knows better. So it has to take its station above, spreading in wideness everywhere, spreading its wideness everywhere, not limited to the body. Now itself it is confined because our consciousness is confined only to the surface. Whatever we sense, already initially we have discussed, whatever we have sensed, whatever we have seen, whatever you have beheld, with that only we have got our prediction, our appreciation, our calculation, and of course our analysis, interpretation. But here the thing aim is that this in this sadhana, the consciousness should rise up of the body. This from the body, this from the body consciousness, it has to rise up and take the station above. Then spreading in wideness everywhere, not limited to the body. It will spread. The consciousness will spread like anything, but it will be limitless. It will be limitless. Just imagine how it is possible. This is the only possible through yoga, nothing else. Again, Sri Aurobindo quotes, to be a yogi, that is the condition. Because we claim to be yogi, of course, do people who perform yoga is yogi. Sannyasi, tapasya, is not the object of here. To be yogi, to be sannyasi, to be tapasya is not the aim here. Then what is the object? It is not the object here. Then what is the object really? So the object is transformation, and the transformation object is a transformation, and a transformation not only done by the force in this force, infinitely greater than the infinitely greater. than the man's force. So, by his own attempt, own style, and own sin power, with own strength and efficiency, nothing can be possible. Even with the smaller help and surrounding, not possible, because this transformation can be done only by a force infinitely greater than the man's force, infinitely greater than the man's force, his own force, not man. People who are pursuing the sadhana, their force. So it is only done, it can only be done by being truly like a child in the hands of the Divine Mother. That is possible. No other. So, time to stop here. Thank you. We'll see the third part very shortly.